Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another Fireside Chat. I'm Chris White. I'm here with Jeremiah Lowin Chris White. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Cool. Big week. Hi to all the viewers. Huge launch week. And first thing that I want to say is thank you to everyone, all the team here at Prefect, and for all the community for your participation. I mean, this has been an incredible response. We've done so much stuff, put out so much content, made so many announcements. There's been months and months and months of work leading up to this. So just a big thank you from me. What about you guys?
Yeah, on behalf of the whole Prefect team out to our community, and on behalf of the whole community into the Prefect team, what an amazing effort. You know, Hero uses that metaphor that's so appropriate for us of a duck. When you watch ducks swimming, it's nice and it's still and it's calm above the water, but underneath the legs are sort of furious, and that's how it's felt for the last few months. There's a lot of people at Prefect who have been just going nuts as far as getting all the pieces in place to make this week possible, and I am grateful to them. I'm so excited that we can put all of these announcements in the world now.
Yeah, it has been incredible. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Just something on the engineering side that I was really proud of over the last couple of months as we've been building this. It has been, like some tight timelines and a lot of big efforts that we've had to do. And so Terry, our senior technical writer, said it really well. He shipped a lot of product over the years, and this is, from his perspective, it was just this very healthy, collaborative, supportive effort that, could have been done in a much more kind of stressful and frictionful way. But so I'm just really proud of that.
And speaking of Terry, one of the best punners at Prefect, for sure. If you ever see his flow names or his Q names, I think I just saw the other day, 10 out of 10, incredible.
I don't know how he does it. I have to work for weeks to come up with one pun. So effortless.
I don't know. I doubt that. I mean, the quantity of your punnery is excellent.
I've been doing it for many weeks. Yeah.
All right. Cool. I mean, tight timeline. We got a lot to cover. I kind of want to do a recap of launch week. That sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go day by day.
I need a refresher. I can hardly even remember what we've done this week.
Of the last 2 months or 5 days.
I know. It seems like Monday was 2 months ago for sure. So yeah, let's start with Monday, Pizza Patrol. So I love this idea, but I cannot take credit for it. It was this man right here, Jeremiah, who was soon after I started, said, "Hey, what if we just start sending free pizza to people?" So I'd love to hear a little bit of the, I'm a big fan of the histories of stuff. Background on this, what were you inspired by? And then let's talk about why we're doing this. I think it's really important to say why.
I'll be completely honest. I don't remember what I was probably hungry trying to get pizza, trying to get Prefect to send me some pizza. I actually don't remember what specific catalyst there was for this. It just seemed like as people were trying to get back together IRL, there was, I don't know, tension, stress, scaredness. Is that a word? There was like, it just felt like there was something to be done. Fear. Thank you. That's English. It's been a long week. There was something to be done there, and I think so much of what we spend our day doing is trying to figure out. People are trying to achieve something. How can we help? And I'm like putting my CEO hat on and like stretching that metaphor a little bit, but it did feel like that. Like when I've been in meetups and when I've arranged meetups, the worst part of it is feeding everybody, because it's the necessary and critical piece of it, but it's not what you're trying to do. It's very aligned with sort of Prefect's company mission. So this idea that let's just start sending people pizza, and we don't want it to be a gimmick, right? You don't have to mention us. You don't have to tell anybody that we paid for it. You can take full credit for it. We don't care. We just want to enable that aspect of getting these conversations going. And it's an awesome program. So Prefect Pizza Patrol. If you're talking about open source, pizza's on us.
And to celebrate this, we gave away pizza to over 100 people on Monday, which was really exciting. And let's do a lot of shout outs today, I guess. Emily Temkin, shout out to you for managing all these different orders. And we actually, in the spirit of Pizza Patrol, we didn't just send you a gift card. We sent you a pizza. You gave us your address and we sent you a pizza, and it showed up on your doorstep. So many tweets out there, pictures from people. Thank you.
Didn't Emily also try to kind of optimize for local pizza shops?
She did. So yeah, exactly.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah. So she tried to optimize. We sent almost all of the pizzas. Some areas they just weren't serviced by local pizza shops in a way that we could order them. Almost every area was a local pizza shop to deliver the pizza. We ordered through DoorDash and Uber Eats, but they were ordered from local pizza shops on those platforms. And then another funny thing, a cool story. I don't know if you guys are on, but we had a couple of community members who actually independently asked us for pizza on that day, and their roommates, and they lived in an area where there was no delivery for pizza, and so we ended up calling a local pizza shop, and we gave them our payment info, and then these two roommates showed up and then got pizza at this local pizza shop, which I think is a really
awesome
cool story.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I can see and Emily is sending me a message right now. So thank you again, Emily. So that was Monday. She says, to be clear, every single one was local. So, okay, perfect. Thank you. And then Tuesday. Good. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that was Monday. I love this community stuff. I guess shout out on that or a little call to action for you guys, prefect.community. You can go to this URL. You can get pizza there. That's how you can get pizza for your open source meetup. Tuesday.
And it's worth reiterating, right?
Yeah.
Open source is what unlocks the pizza, not Prefect. We do not care if you talk about Prefect.
Yeah, exactly.
Open source.
Tuesday, we announced formally Prefect 2.0. And one of the more notable things, Chris, it's for you, I guess, one of the more notable things, you've talked about this on a Fireside chat before, but something that picked up traction out there in the Twitter sphere was us formally announcing Apache 2.0 was going to be our license for the open source product. So I guess your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I had seen, there's a lot of users who saw that a piece of our previous code was not 100%, Apache 2.0 friendly. There's a clause in there that you couldn't use it to compete with us as our Prefect community license. They're still out there. You can go read it, see what it looks like. But what that does, right, especially in larger enterprises, is it causes a little bit of a legal kerfluffle where you still have to get it validated because it's a non-standard license, and that takes time, that takes effort, and a lot of the times these are just developers who are just trying to use a new tool, and next thing you know, they're roadblocked by this thing that, like, technically speaking, shouldn't be a roadblock, but for their own internal processes is a roadblock. And we saw just variations of that theme, not necessarily even at larger enterprises. Like consultancies were really interested in this and would ask us about it. And to be clear, we would always hop on the phone with people and get them cleared up, and usually get just a license agreement in place to make sure that they felt safe and comfortable using it. But that doesn't scale very well. And so, we thought long and hard about it. There's a lot of tools in our space that are moving to different styles of protective licenses. There's like I think the BDL, which I think is an interesting one to go read about. Like it's very interesting. We did consider it. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of another one of these kind of, what are we really doing this for? We really want people to use Prefect, and the best way to do that is to make it Apache 2.0 license. So that's what we did.
Apache 2.0 too, I think, while important to note, Jeremiah, reading your blog on Prefect 2.0, and I know that when you and I were talking, you said to me, all credit to the team that has worked for months on Prefect 2.0. I think that's a worthwhile read for everyone if you haven't read it, to go and just read about our philosophy around orchestration, the things that we're changing that we learned over the past few years. Anything you want to highlight around Prefect 2.0 in that blog piece that some people may have missed?
Oh, we could spend this entire live stream on the things I want to highlight in Prefect 2. So 3 live streams ago, I don't remember when it was, but Chris said something that I think has been borne out like over and over and over and over in the gradual rollout of Orion and now Prefect 2.0, which is that incremental adoption of our software is key. And that is such a focus of the design of the software. Some folks watching now may have seen Chris's Twitch stream. Yes, well, both Chris's here, Twitch stream yesterday, which focused on this idea. It used a cron scheduled script, added 1 line of code, and all of a sudden got the full power of the Prefect UI and API behind it, without changing a scheduler and without really even changing the code. That is such an incredible unlock of what you can do. And I think that in Prefect 1.0 and other sort of legacy style orchestrators, we have this idea, this workflows as code idea, which we've just come to view as misguided. Like you have to write all of your workflows as code. You have to change what you would do to express the workflow. And this inversion, when we do code as workflows, it starts to mean that you only have to put the workflow stuff where you actually need it. You let all the other stuff be exactly the way you want. And so if you don't want our scheduler, no problem. You can just use our UI for observability. You only want our scheduler, you have some other UI prefer, great. That's cool too. You want the whole platform, whatever it is. So of all of the features, and there's a ton of just new features that have been enabled by the Orion engine, but of all of them, I think by far the most powerful one for the vast majority of people who are checking Prefect out is this incremental adoption one. Prefect is more than happy to power every single line of code that you write, and it is equally happy powering just a single line of code in a script that you have some concern about. And that flexibility, I think, is key to the adoption we're seeing.
What I loved about in that live stream was, Chris, like you just said, adding 2 lines of code. He called a flow from the library and then added a flow decorator, and then we were there. And next thing you know, we're sending messages to the community Slack, which was also hilarious and awesome. If anyone wants to see that, it'll be on YouTube. By the end of the day, we have the recording on YouTube. We just have to add the title and publish it. Awesome. Let's keep going through our day. We can come back to any of these topics too. I want to fit everything in. Wednesday.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to take Wednesday, I think. So Wednesday, we announced Club 42 in Marvin's challenge. So I think the theme of this week, really threefold. It's been a ton of product announcements. Been some, I think, enterprise type, but almost sales announcements. We'll talk about that for Thursday. But then it's been community. And I did a Twitter thread where my thoughts on community. Wednesday, we announced Club 42. So I see some Club 42 members in chat now. Shout out to you guys. Club 42 is the Prefect Ambassador program. So reaching into our community, trying to, I think, help that community to grow and to become really self-sustaining, allow new users to have a really great experience as they enter the community, and allow everyone to get some value out of using Prefect. So that's the purpose of Club 42. Obviously, we're full of cheeky references here. So we got a really, really great Club 42 logo. Those guys are using it in our public community. Encourage anyone to apply. Again, you can just go to, in this case, 42 spelled out .club. We've got some great URLs.
That's good.
42.club, and you can apply to become a Club 42 member. We'd love to see you guys apply. And then I want to call out too, Marvin's challenge was a really cool one, conceptualized by Alyssa Mazine on our team. This is a monthly hackathon. I really like this. And actually, we saw some great response from those Club 42 members on this hackathon. But every month there will be a challenge in our community where our community members can just try to do something unique, and we'll send you guys some cool swag. So that's good.
I don't know if this is like putting my thumb on the scale in some way, but there is
No, I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
phenomenal entry from Noah Holm, which is it's a Christmas tree drawing in our new radar schematic. It is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well done. I think we need like a whole new category for radar art.
And I think on maybe one of the first live streams, we talked about radar art. I don't know if you guys remember that, but one of our first live streams we did.
Because we were introducing radar. Yeah.
When we were first talking about it.
Yeah. Maybe. And I'm so happy to see that come true. So that was a really good entry from Noah. So challenge everyone else, go create something cool. I can think of some interesting ones, but just leveraging the circle, maybe a face or something like that. I just think of the Walmart face, the Walmart smiley face when I think of that. So no pressure, anyone. So Wednesday, community is really, really, really important to us, helping it to grow, helping it to become self-sustaining, helping everyone to get value. That's really, really important to us. So that's what Wednesday was all about. And I see the Christmas tree, Stefan. Thursday, we talked about a lot of stuff, really integrations and security. So the first, I'll go back to Chris on this one, who I think has been more involved in SOC 2 Type 2 compliance. Everyone blow your kazoos.
Yeah. So I have been involved. I will say that for sure. But Kingsley Blatter is really, really the shining star of our SOC 2 efforts. He went through and made sure that all of our policies got written. And one of the things that he found that is in the blog post, I'm just kind of repeating the major theme of it, was that rolling out our policies was really not that painful. Writing them was painful, rolling them out, maybe not so much. And that was just a testament to, the culture that we had built. Everyone was really engaged. Everyone really understood the importance of it. And I mean, you two know, I don't know if I could describe exactly how much fun this was, because it probably sounds silly. But once we rolled out a lot of our policies around incidents, the sales team and the go-to-market team were all over it. Like just this simple spam email, they were just like, should I start worrying about this? And it gave us these great touch points to just educate people on security, on what they should and shouldn't be concerned about. And that's something I hope that we're going to keep doing as a company, is just coming together, doing security trainings, and then talking it out. Like, how does this work? Why is this a thing that we should care about? And we get to explain it. And so it was surprisingly fun. And huge shout out.
I'm still not sure. There was a bunch of text messages that went out to a lot of people on our team, like claiming to be me and asking for money, basically. And to this day, I do not know if that was planned by us to see what the response would be, or if that was
it was definitely not. It was definitely not. That wasn't
just a coincidence.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. It was like the day after our audit started, and we started getting text messages of me begging for, what was it, like gift cards or something?
Maybe the real culture the whole time were the phishing emails and text messages.
Yeah, right. It brought us together in just a wonderful way.
That's the real culture building activity. SOC 2. I think that our sales team is also excited as to see SOC 2 Type 2. That's a huge undertaking. Honestly, you can say you are a legitimate, real enterprise when you get SOC 2 Type 2. I can say that from my experience. Sorry, Jeremiah, you're going to say something.
Yeah, not a lot of companies of our size take that up.
Yeah.
Or can. Yeah. I was going to say the complete opposite of what you just said, Reuter, which is we gave away a lot of socks, I think.
That's true. So we did.
That's what I was more focused on, to be honest.
Yeah, so we did for SOC Day. Hero Rodriguez, our CRO, his emoji the whole time, as you said before we started this, was a sock emoji. We really embraced this, and we gave away socks on Twitter. If you joined our live stream on Twitch, Prefect Live yesterday, then you would have seen some activity in the chat too around that. So we gave away a ton of really cool socks. If anyone wants socks, DM us on Twitter. We'll hook you up for sure. But Thursday, the fun continues on. We announced collections on Thursday. So collections and recipes. I want to focus on collections. I think that's a really interesting concept. I think, Jeremiah, were you more involved with that, or Chris, was that you?
I think Chris was.
Yeah. So collections. So, nature of all the shout outs we're giving, huge shout out to Alex Streed and Andrew Huang. They were just working really hard to not only design how this is all going to look, but to implement a lot of the major collections that our users rely on. And it came together. It was awesome. So basically it's a distributed model, instead of a task library all being in this one repo that everyone's kind of, not sure what the level of support all the different integrations actually get, et cetera. There's an individual repo kind of per tool. And so that allows us to set up the right environment for each of these things, talk about its usage. Other people can use the cookie cutter repo that we have to create their own. So they can fork that and then create their own. They can be the maintainers of it and the owners of it. And then, they can submit it back to us so that we're aware of it and we can include it in our documentation, et cetera. But it's a really cool setup. And actually yesterday I used mine first collection in the Twitch stream. So you can go check out how easy it actually is. It was really easy too. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. It follows in a pattern, right? Last time the three of us were chatting, we talked about our Slack community getting too big in an honest sense and needing to introduce discourse as a much more stable and permanent knowledge store. And I think collections are a reflection of our task library becoming too big. We can't ship every single one of these libraries by default in, the core Prefect library anymore. And it's a fantastic growing pain to have. And honestly.
And this is what I love about what we're trying to build with community too, with collections, is that trying to give potentially ownership to either other partners or even community members who can build these by providing that template for them. I love that. A strong community is one that is invested in bought into a software tool like Prefects, and I think allowing them to create those is just going to enable that. So go ahead and create collections for something that you want to see. I know we have community members using a whole variety of different other tools. So should be, I think, a lot of low-hanging fruit there. Friday, today. So we're 4 days through. Friday, I think possibly the biggest announcement, and a lot of community members on this live stream today. We announced this actually on Tuesday to the community, and we like to give our community and our Club 42 members early access to our products as much as we can. So that's why. So if you're interested in getting early access, come join our community. We'd be happy to have you. But Cloud 2.0 public beta, amazing.
It's the big one.
Yeah,
it's the big one. I mean, it has to exist though, right? We can't introduce a next-gen orchestrator without a next-gen cloud product to go with it.
What did you guys think? We weren't going to? Yeah, I think everyone anticipated it for sure.
So I don't think it was a surprise, but I do think I don't know. We telegraphed the Prefect 2.0 announcement for months and months and months to get to solicit feedback on it. But with a cloud product, it's not as easy to invite people to kick the tires on it. It's more complicated than that. And so I think that having an open beta is actually the best way to do that. So we've got it in a state where we're ready for good tire kicking, and we want everybody to come do that. We want you to see what it can do, see what it can do for you. It does have, as we called out, just to sort of protect the young product. It's got some common sense caps in place. If you hit one, we're happy to raise it for you. Just give us a call. Let us know what you're up to so that we can partner with you and understand the use case. But by all means, come join us. Come help us build.
That's awesome. One thing I noted, so another shout out, Bill, I think a great blog post today, Bill Palombi, our head of product, great blog post today on Cloud 2.0. And I saw a mention in there about single tenant infrastructure, being able to provide single tenant infrastructure, which I thought was a pretty bold, pretty aggressive call out for sure. I mean, super excited. That's going to open us up, I think, to a whole new class of potentially enterprise customers. So is single tenant infrastructure? That's something that we're definitely looking to do.
Yeah, 100%. It is something that we've been kind of thinking about for a while now. We have a lot, especially enterprise customers, who either have some form of compliance that this would greatly help them achieve, or they are just massive users. We have, some clients that really scale out, especially their data science workflows quite aggressively, and having that dedicated infrastructure will help them achieve the performance goals, that shared infrastructure just can't quite manage properly.
So how aggressive do we want to be? Do we want people to try to break Cloud 2?
Good luck.
I would say
Chris just died inside.
maybe don't try to break it quite yet. Just
right. I could have worded that better. I apologize. Yeah, but
there will be a time when we will submit that request. But okay. I don't know. It is still in beta, so
got it.
You will see maintenance windows and things for it in the coming weeks.
How would you terrify a CTO?
Yeah. Just sorry to issue that live, but guys, this is really live. This is legit.
I've got a team to protect here, guys.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's a good
recap. A team that needs a break. A team that needs a day off right now, badly.
So that was a really good recap of where we've been, and I think that we've got some. I want to make some more announcements too, if you guys are cool with that. I think live is best. We're at the end of the day on Friday. So one cool thing for our community that we've talked about doing for a while. Some of you may remember Core Cantina. Now we have started calling our open source product Prefect, right? So Prefect 2.0. So in the vein of that, we're going to rename and bring back Core Cantina. We're going to call it Community Cantina, and we're going to start having a once a month community meeting. You guys are totally optional. You're welcome to join. It's actually going to be the fourth Thursday of every month. We're going to do it monthly. So I'm excited to bring that back. I think that's going to be yet another way we can bring the voice of the community and raise it up and help take it into account, help those guys accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. So I'm super excited about that. So that's one. And then the other one that I'm lucky enough to announce is that we are going to do you said IRL earlier, we're going to do an in real life event in late October in DC, which is amazing and incredible. And I'm so excited.
Super excited. And what's more, I don't know, this is my take, but we've all been in our houses for 2 years and been attending conferences online through Zoom. The last thing that I'll volunteer, the last thing in the world that I want is to just take that same experience of sitting and being told something that I could have read or could have watched online and just move that into in real life circumstance. Like there is no way in hell I'm going back to the old way of conferences. Like I'm all for the meeting people and drinks and dinners that is around the talks, but I'm over sitting and being told something I could have read or watched. I am looking for something very different. Immediately before the pandemic, I was fortunate enough to attend some much more curated conferences, experiences, things that were just incredible ways to actually engage with people and talk. And that is the model that we're going to pursue here, because I am done with listening to things I could have read. I can't keep doing it. I need to be, if I'm going to be IRL, I'm going to be IRL. So that's for me, but that's my bend here.
I think that almost everybody joins you there. And like you said, you don't want to have like a virtual event just kind of replicated in person, but I just can't do any more virtual events either. So I'm so happy that we're able to get back together.
I mean, it's funny though, right? Because I think there was a real effort to take the conference format and translate it online, and I think it was successful. But now that we've proven it can be done online, the idea that we would take it back into the real world is crazy. There's no way. There's no way I'm doing that.
I'm really, really, really excited. So lucky and happy to be involved in just announcing this. So I think from now until October, I'm gonna be excited. Cool. Well, so we did a recap of launch week. That was incredible. I'll give just one more shout out to the community. Thank you guys for just participating and making this launch week possible. Your participation, your use of Prefect is what makes all of this possible. And without you guys, we couldn't do what we're doing today. So thank you very much. Any last words from you, Chris, or from you, Jeremiah?
No, I'll just echo what you just said. Thank you to our community. Thank you to our members. Thank you to our new Club 42 ambassadors, who are just going to be phenomenal representatives of everything that we're doing and helping build it up. Thank you to the Prefect team for more work than I could describe here if we wanted to go on and on and on. It's an incredible amount of work, all leading to one point this week, and just extremely grateful for that effort.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, couldn't say anything that hasn't already been said. So just I hope everyone has a great weekend. Go kick the tires on Cloud 2.0. Expect bigger and better things to come from that in the coming weeks and months. And I, for one, will be taking a little rest this week.
All right, guys. All right. Happy engineering. We'll see you in Slack and in Discourse later.
Great. Bye.